If you have children that have moved back home, you're not alone. But just because they have their old bedroom back doesn't mean you've all turned back time. They're adults, and so are you. Jim Lineweaver is here with rules for everyone to live by, relatively speaking. Jim is a certified financial planner professional with the Lineweaver Financial Group. So welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So multi-generational families are multiplying, right?
In a major way. It's not necessarily a good thing. So multi-generational would be any family where you have like multi-family levels of at least two.
Okay.
So this could be yourselves with adult children that have maybe gone to college or something and come back, can't find a job, or it could be grandparents with grandkids. Okay, so at least have a couple of generations in there.
Okay.
And what we've seen, and unfortunately these studies take a while to come out, but since 2014 is our most recent data, and it shows that from an age group of age 25 to 29, 31% of the population out there are living back with their parents.
Wow.
Which is a little bit of a problem. But then more importantly than that, if you expand that age group from 18 to 34, the largest segment ever in 130 years is now living back at home.
My
And
goodness.
so it's becoming a real problem, and you want to make sure it doesn't derail some of the things that you had, for your future.
Oh, absolutely. And those extra people mean extra expenses.
Yes, they do. So we have a couple rules for your viewers to kind of abide by if this happens to you.
Okay.
So the first one is to, with these home expenses, just like when somebody moved out, all the expenses may not just drop in half, but when somebody comes back in, it's going to go, could be substantially higher. Make them pay for their expenses. Not easy to do, but they should, even if they have a part-time job or they don't have their ideal job, but at least if they're working, make sure they're contributing to your household so it's just not a huge drain on your own expenses.
Okay.
It can be a huge problem, but just make sure that they're contributing not only in just monetary, but also they should be doing dishes, helping you out around the house.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. How about rule number 2?
Rule number 2 is going to be basically dealing with health care. A lot of people think, well, they'll just stay on my company health care plan until age 26, and that's the best way to go. Well, with the Affordable Care Act, that may not be the best thing. So what you'd want to do is contact your employer, say, okay, how much is my son or daughter charging me or this family member versus what I'd be paying without them. And then look at the Affordable Care Act rates and see if you could save some money that way, because it's not always just a clean-cut decision.
Okay. And they're out of school, but that doesn't mean they're done paying for it.
No.
So how about rule number 3?
Yeah, rule number 3, in addition to paying you, they probably should start paying off on their student loans. So most federal loans, you're going to have to start paying back the debt within 6 months after you get out of school. Make sure they're not just paying interest only and getting off of this, easy. Make sure they're contributing some principal and interest to eventually get that paid off at some point in time.
Yeah, I know people who are much older and still have those debts. So how about last but not least rule?
One is make sure you're getting them credit, so they can get out of the house and buy their first home, so they're not just going to be stuck with you forever. So get them a credit card, make sure they're paying it back monthly, and staying on top of that so that they can get good credit. And then also, if they are working somewhere and their employer offers some type of a match, make sure they're contributing to the 401k or retirement plan and getting that additional free money. Whatever it is, 3-4%, take it up to that match so that they can start putting some money aside for their future as well.
And the younger they start, right? That magic of
triple compounding, yes.
Yes, all right. All very good points, and I hope everybody listens to them. It may be all in the family when your kids come back, but it's important not to waste that time or your money. Follow Jim's tips for the good of everyone until you're finally, once again, home alone. Need help? Give Jim a call. His number's next.
For more information, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or click to www.lineweaver.net.